I'm just telling you.
What's the first one?
I don't know.
Well,
There's so many.
All right. Well, the first one says all in place for
Okay.
CSEC and Cape.
Yes, the acting chief education officer in the MOEY. So, what do they call it? No, that's the MOEY, right? Anyway, Dr. Cassandra Troop, she says orders in place for the administering of the Cape and CSEC exams set for or starting on Monday, the 13th of July. Orals for foreign languages have already started. There are about 58,720 students who have registered to CSEC, 16,184 for Cape. Dr. Troop said additional centers have been established within schools, and in some cases the entire campus will be used if necessary. She said the ministry has provided additional funding for institutions to ensure that infection prevention and control measures are maintained because, of course, we're still grappling with the coronavirus pandemic. She further informed that isolation areas and special offices will be set up to facilitate extreme cases. Parents, you are being advised to ensure that students who may have underlying health problems are safely transported to schools.
There you go. And good luck to all the youngsters. You've got this covered. I know it's been difficult for you, but you've got this covered. The headline says A Cross of Faith in Manchester. The PNP's majority in the...
In where you said it?
Manchester.
Where?
Manchester.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, you said Manchester?
I said Manchester.
You said what?
I
Sorry,
said it right eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Emphasis on the man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well.
The PNP's majority in the corporation was reduced to just one yesterday, apparently after Faith Sampson, who's the councillor for the Johns Hall division in Manchester, changed sides to join the JLP. She announced her decision at the monthly meeting at the municipal corporation yesterday. And she says, and I quote, "After long and hard thinking, I made that decision. And at this point, I wish not to list my reasons for the crossover. All I'm saying is that I crossed, but I served my people just the same and even better than before." Remember we had
interesting time.
Carrie Douglas recently at the CASAFA. Not CASAFA. CASAFA is football.
No, man.
KS, what is it name? Kingston Municipal Corporation.
KSMC?
KSMC or something like that. So there you go.
All right.
Next one.
Freed gang member to face questions on quadruple murder. Well, less than 24 hours after he was found not guilty and very excitedly shared his plans of rebuilding his farm, Copeland Sankey, one of the 6 alleged members of the King Valley gang who were acquitted on Wednesday, he is to face questions in relation to a quadruple murder in Westmoreland. Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Fitz Bailey, said Sankey allegedly committed the murders before being incarcerated in 2018. During the trial, these men were accused of terrorizing the citizens of Grange Hill and its environs in Westmoreland, carrying out contract killings, rapes, and a string of bike robberies, leaving unsuspecting victims in fear. However, they were found not guilty after Chief Justice Brian Sykes ruled that the prosecutors didn't provide enough evidence to convict them. Although they were all found not guilty of breaching the Criminal Justice Act, only Sankey was allowed to walk free as there were additional charges pending against the others. However, no, he's being held again, eh? Oh, gosh.
So, more questioning.
For more questioning.
Here you go. All right, the fourth one says the Chinese, they've turned to facial recognition to hit back at robbers. This comes from the, apparently there have been a number of businesses being hit in Montego Bay. Multi-million-dollar heists, it says, sometimes with deadly outcomes. So the Chinese community in Mobay, they've turned to technology. It said we have that technology in place. It's face recognition technology. Even if you have on a mask, the system can still 85% match the face.
Interesting.
Yeah, they said you just need 100 more of the cameras on the intersection and streets, an administrative monitor room and a patrol police team. And he says once we see them, the robbers in the street system, it sets off an alarm and the police can come right away. That's interesting for real. Let's see if it will work.
Well, the cameras that are up now, Jamaica Eye, are doing a very effective role.
They've caught a couple of people.
Yeah. So that's impressive.
Yeah.
Further afield, yes, sir.
What's the next one?
Jinx. Biden challenges Trump with Buy American economic plan. Democratic presidential contender Joe Biden has laid out his rescue plan for the coronavirus-crippled U.S. economy while berating President Donald Trump as incompetent. Mr. Biden said his $700 billion plan would be the biggest investment in the U.S. economy since World War II. He's calling it the Build Back Better agenda, and he said it would spur a manufacturing and technology jobs boom. Of course, the Trump campaign responded that the plan would inflict catastrophe. The two will face off in November in the presidential election. I cannot wait to see.
What do you think?
I don't want to say what I think.
Well, Mr. Biden must win. I did say that about Mrs.
That's
Clinton.
why I don't want to say it, because Shubai...
No, I'm going to say it. Mr. Biden will win.
You think so?
I pray.
What? Oh, thinking and praying is two different things.
I pray. They will win. Sheffield, stop. All right, the last one. You would have heard the discussion. I'm not certain if Sim and I spoke about it this week, but you would have heard the discussion that the United States, President Donald Trump is saying that if the universities go online and there are no physical classes, then students who are not Americans, who are there to go to school, will have to leave.
And those who are here waiting to go back to school
can't come back. But Harvard, one of my brothers went to Harvard, and MIT, one of my brothers went to MIT too. They're both suing. I don't know if they're suing the government or they're suing Mr. Trump, but it says they pushed back. Try to tell you if I...
The government.
They filed a lawsuit to try and block it, and others promising to work with students to keep them on campus. In a statement, the U.S. State Department said that international students are welcome in the USA, but the policy provides greater flexibility for non-immigrant students to continue their education in the United States, while also allowing for proper social distancing and open and operating campuses across America.
This is just really something else.
Harvard says the directive would prevent many of Harvard's 5,000 international students from staying in the United States.
What did the president call it? The Harvard president? Lawrence Bacow said the order came without notice and that its cruelty was surpassed only by its recklessness. Has such severe and far-reaching implications.
I'm not saying that they should do it, but if the universities they feel so bad about it, then just have classes.
They can't. They can't be reckless about putting children in a class. Coronavirus is still a thing.
Yeah, well, did you hear the president said the schools must open, so the school them have to open. So. Let's see. I was thinking that because university, they might not have the big numbers in anyone.
Of course they do.
Sitting.
Remember Harvard just a 5,000 students?
No, but I'm saying in anyone sitting.
But they would. Some classes are very large. So you can't really socially distance.
Well, I pray it works out. You would have seen Paula and Porter on the sports talking about it because her daughter, Aiko, is on full scholarship in the United States, volleyball scholarship. So if that happens, then she would lose that scholarship and she probably would have to start all over again. I'm going to go for a break. We have news in 5 coming up at 6:30. So stay with us, please. Much more on Smile.